Hello everybody, this is Grayzo. Welcome back to episode 3 of my Let's Play series. Let me show you what I've been working on. I'm gonna just jump off this cliff, hopefully make it. Nice. So obviously we're kind of perched on top of this big cliff here, and we had no easy way to kind of get down. So I've been working on that. I'm eventually gonna kind of make this look a little bit nicer. But here's what I've been doing. I've been digging out this little cave system. And I might actually, as we kind of gather villagers and stuff, have them kind of dotted up and down the staircase, because I think we will kind of bring them over by boat eventually. So it kind of narrows around this corner and then goes up the side of the cliff into probably my favorite part, this kind of tunnel here, and I'll show you why I like it. It's a nice view. If we turn around, we can kind of see, if we come down the steps, we can see out into the ocean. So I thought that was kind of cool. This will kind of meander up and around the corner here and bring us up to where our portal is. So obviously we had a really horrible start with a bad nether spawn in the last episode. I'm actually going to move this portal. That actually won't make much of a difference between kind of where we land in the nether or not, but I just don't think this is a good spot for it. So here's my plan. I've been working a little bit off camera, and I want to show you where I think I should put the portal. Here's what I've been doing. I made like a little bit of an auto smelting furnace, and everything kind of just lands in here when it's cooked. And I dug this little kind of tunnel. I might put like a banner here when we get a patrol. I haven't seen too many of them around just yet, but if we see them, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick a banner there and maybe have like a little bit of a hidden entrance. But we're going to just show you, I'm going to just show you where I want to put my portal. I want to put it down here in this kind of pond area. I might kind of narrow out a little bit of an area where we can have the portal. I think it would be quite cool. Ooh, free fish. Let me grab that. Yeah, I think like the idea for my base, because we're surrounded by caves and cliffs and lots of water, I kind of want to kind of build the portal in a place that has a lot of beautiful things to look at. And down here is gorgeous. So our portal will be around here, and I did make this elevator, well, this waterfall, to get back up. So what I'll do here is kind of just swim up and show you where it leads, because it's pretty cool. Well, I think it's cool. Let me go ahead and show you. So here we are. This is a little bit of a waterfall that I've made, and it comes out of a tree. I didn't know where to put kind of the water, didn't know where to start it off, but I thought maybe just hidden out of this kind of tree was kind of cool. I'll decorate this place, maybe put some bone meal and some trees, some nice flowers around it, but we have a way to get down and a way to get up now, which is super cool. So that's what I've been working on. The idea for today, we want to move the nether portal. We want to also kind of create a bridge to explore the nether. So I have been digging, and I've got lots of cobble. I just need to find where to put it. Yeah, we've got lots of cobble here. So I'm going to jump into the nether. We're going to bridge as far as we can, hopefully safely, and go from there. So we want to get some soul sand, and we want to get some loot, maybe in a nether fortress. That's the idea for today. And then at the end of the episode, we'll start to build our base in this beautiful area. Before I kind of jump into that, I just want to say thanks so much for the support and the comments on the video so far. It's great that you're enjoying it. Let me know if you have any ideas for what you'd like to see. And I'm still looking for a name for our pet fish. So if you got a name for this guy, purple and yellow, let me know in the comments. But I'll get to work, and I'll go ahead and I'll see you in the nether. Alright, so we just want to figure out what direction we're going. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is why we need a bridge. Alright, so I've just lost all my stuff. That is sickening. Oh my god, what a terrible entrance into the nether. Yeah, let's respawn. We have no backup tools. What a disaster. And I just used all my cobble. I lost all my backup tools. Well, I've got stuff here. Let me just throw on this. We may have to change our agenda for this episode, and maybe do some building instead. I don't think we're prepared for the nether. Well, obviously not, because we just dived into a big lake of lava and burned everything that we've been gathering for the last, I don't know, day or so. Oh, I'm very clumsy. You'll kind of get to know that if you watch the series. Kind of comes naturally to me. So let's go ahead and build. Where do we want to kind of maybe put our house? You know what? I might kind of dig into this mountain a little bit and just make a little bit of a starter base. I kind of want to make something tall. With, let me just make sure I got some cobbled deep slate. I will need to go find some wood, and I might mix in a little bit of tuff as well. And we got a little bit of glass for some windows. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna gather some materials, get some wood, and get building on our base. I'll bring you right back then. Alright, I've been chopping down some trees. I got some wood. We're ready to build a little bit of a starter base. Nothing too fancy, just something to keep the rain off our heads while we sleep. Somewhere to put our bed, somewhere maybe to put our furnaces, and that sort of thing. So here's the idea. I'm going to actually just build on camera just to show you how my mind works. And that could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. If you don't like that sort of stuff, let me know in the comments. I can kind of cut it out. So here's what we're working with. We will need some, we'll take kind of some stone stairs, some stone, some cobbled deep slate, some mossy, and we might actually have, we'll take some flowers kind of to decorate the place, maybe some vines. What else we got? We might make some copper actually, make some copper blocks. Let's do that, and then make lightning rod just for the top of the house so it doesn't burn down in case we're making it out of wood. And let's just start building. Actually, we will need a door. So I went and gathered a bunch of spruce. Spruce is probably one of my favorite wood types to build with. Generally looks good with anything. We will probably roll with a spruce door for now. And one of my favorite blocks in the game is this guy here, our spruce trapdoor. I also got a bunch of oak, which I might actually keep to strip it with our axe. But before we jump into things, we're going to mark out where our base will be. So I want to kind of dig into this mountain a little bit, and I did gather some iron that will kind of, here's the system, right? It goes into our furnace. Well, it should, or maybe I put it in the wrong area. What an idiot. It should go into the top of the furnace, start melting up, and then eventually just kind of spread out the bottom into our chest. So we can kind of leave that will work in the background while we're building. And let's kind of dig a little bit of a flat area that we can begin working with to build our first base. And I don't want anything too fancy, because the idea is, like, as I build around this area, there's going to be lots of buildings, and I'm hoping that they have function to them, maybe with villagers, maybe for just an enchantment setup, that sort of thing. So we will eventually build a permanent base, which will be a lot larger than kind of what we build today. But for now, I just want to build a little bit of a spot that we can kind of get a bit of a start going. We might just level this out a little bit. We will eventually move our bed, so why don't we do that now? We just got a flat area. I'm going to keep this, and I'm just going to build upwards. Here's the idea, right? I'm going to just kind of build out a little bit of a shape here and see what it looks like. Maybe we go this tall. And is that all of it? Yeah, okay, maybe one more. That looks correct. And the reason why I want to go tall is I kind of want to have a couple of levels on the base. And we might change out these blocks if they look disgusting. But for now, I just wanted to build a little bit of a frame. Let's start looking. Let's kind of connect it all up. We'll change out the blocks for some wood types as we go, but we're just using this as our foundation. And let's use some stairs. I did pick up some stairs just to kind of help us get into our building here. Our door can go into the middle, and I did mention we'll use some tuff, so let's maybe build a little bit out of tuff here. Get our door, super important. Aha, it works. So yeah, it doesn't look the best right now, and I just burnt myself on some fire. But it's kind of the way my mind works in this game. You kind of start off with a basic shape, and then you kind of flesh it out with some details. So right now we're going to just build out the initial kind of frame and the first box of our building, and copy that pattern all the way around. How high do we want to go? Maybe we go one more with the tough block, and we could keep the top layer as like an attic. Whoops. This would obviously be easier if we had our diamond tools. It'd be a lot faster to build, but we no longer have them. They're gone. Let's not talk about it. That silly portal over there kind of stole everything. Stole our dreams. This one should be cobble. Oh, deep slate, sorry. Always remember to eat in case you get attacked by the baddies. But here's our basic shape. Not too fancy, but pretty okay looking. We actually don't need to do too much of the back here because we will be kind of working into the mountain. But for now, I'm gonna fill it in because we have plenty of tough blocks. And let's make a window so we can see into our beautiful home, and maybe another one looking out at that portal area. So here's what we're looking like so far. We have a very very basic shape, and I do have some birch here. I'm gonna just convert this into some sticks and make some ladders to get up and down for now, because we still don't have maybe like a water elevator. So we get lots of ladders. I felt like I just made these, but I am pretty sure I just lost them in the Nether. Not to worry, we'll keep going. Okay, so we're gonna get up into our second level here, and this is where I'm gonna introduce some wood types. Maybe we'll roll with some spruce logs as our flooring, just so we're not building all the time out of stone. So let's just round this off like this, and now we have a nice way to get up. Might make this a little bit taller and start to begin to put a roof on it. Actually, I might do that now. Let's create a quick crafting bench so we don't have to keep jumping down. Stick that there for now. And use up, what sort of a roof do we want? Maybe copper? Yeah, let's go with a copper roof. It will actually change over time. Did we just use all of our copper blocks? Was that everything we used? I have some more here. I felt like I had way more copper. Anyways, no worries. We'll work with what we have. Cook copper. Okay. You know what? We may not have enough materials to build it out with copper right now. What else could we use? I want to steal some moss. We'll roll with spruce. We got plenty of it. So let's whoops. We don't want that. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of spruce stairs, and we'll be able to put a roof on this thing. Let's just make all of the spruce stairs. And that way then it matches our flooring. So generally I'm not too good at making roofs. They're kind of hard to make anything look good in this game, but I'm gonna come out maybe one block, might even come out 2 blocks, and just begin to kind of build upwards. And then from there, if you hold shift, which is a very important piece that I missed when I was in the Nether and I fell, because this will actually keep your balance, we're just gonna loop this around. Just a little loop-de-loop around the house here, and this will be our first structure in our world. Terrified of falling, but we should be okay. Although I just broke my bed, so it might spawn a little bit further over in that direction. As always, you misplace what you're trying to do. We may just have enough spruce to get a kind of a little bit of a circle here, but I think I might need to chop down some more wood eventually. So here's what I'm going to do. You've seen kind of the basic foundations. Let me spruce it up a little bit, put some detail on it, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, it's pouring rain, and it's just in time because I've kind of built out a little bit of a structure. Changed it a little bit since the last time you've seen it, so let me know what you think. Here is the big grand reveal. I have a little bit of a kind of shape going now, mixing in some wood and some stone. Change the stone bricks. I think it looks a lot neater. Have some cracked stone bricks cooking up over there. But there's one thing I forgot to mention. Check this out. Let me jump back down into our mining area and hopefully ladder drop at the right moment. I've been kind of digging this out in between episodes and gathering a lot of beautiful things. So we found a spawner. It's a spider spawner. So we can actually make an experience farm here, which will be great when we have enchanting and all that sort of stuff set up. This is the Geode right beside our base, and it's so big compared to the one that we found, I think, in the first or second episode. So this is like, we're golden for amethyst crystals and blocks. So this was a really nice find, along with the spawner, and this is kind of all the stuff that came out of it. There's loads, like tons of stuff, tons of great stuff here. So I'm just coming down to grab some smooth basalt, and I think I'll use that a little bit into our build as well. And I'll just show you kind of the stuff I've been gathering. I've been just using stone picks because I'm a noob and I lose all my tools all the time. So I don't want to kind of get too expensive with it, but lots of goodies down here. Maybe just drop off a little bit of cobble when I'm down here too and swap it out for some deep slate. But yeah, spawner and a geode right beside where we're living. That's really cool, and it just gives us something to do for a couple episodes in the future where we can make a spawner, make a trap, and set up a bit of a farm. So I wanted to jump up here and kind of show you the idea. I'm kind of close to finishing the house itself, and whoa, super zoom in mode. There we go. The idea for me is it doesn't need to be perfect. There's going to be lots of these kind of buildings sprinkled around the place, but when I started off using the tough block, it didn't feel right. It didn't look nice. Maybe I'll use it towards the foundation of the building. Who knows? But it's always raining around here. Let me see if I can quickly sleep. I did move our bed into the house. I'll show you the house once we sleep, if possible. Hopefully the rain will go away. So here's our house. Like nothing in it yet, but we have a ladder. It brings us up. I did make the second floor a little bit wider than the first floor, so it has a bit of a unique shape. Ran out of staircases to finish the roof just there, but sprinkled in some spruce doors kind of for window frames, and I'm popping them on the outside of this second story here. So let's go ahead and kind of finish this out ourselves while we're here, because I did do some building on camera, and well, off camera, and I promised that I wouldn't, but let's go ahead and just kind of finish this off here and make the build complete. So the idea is we want to support it with the cobblestone deep slate. I have a back entrance here. I kind of dug into the mountain a bit, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do back here. Maybe put some wheat farms and maybe move over our initial farm maybe around to the back garden here. But how's that looking? Let me just kind of, it's always good to take a step back when you're building, see what it looks like. It might be too much dark colors. Yeah, I'm actually going to remove that, and I might use some spruce. I think spruce might be a good fit there, or some trapdoors. Trapdoors would also work. Kind of the way I have it framed here for the original door frame. So I did on my travels did find some iron. Hopefully it's cooking. You can find it. There it is. I have so much junk on me. Let me just throw away like a lot of this stuff that I don't need and grab our iron, because we can make an iron pick. One step forward, two steps back in this episode. We got a house built, but we lose all of our tools. This will just be a little bit quicker for us to break this off. I might actually just keep the stone exposed for now, but I have been cooking up some cracked stone and I got some mossy stone. And I'm going to texture this build a little bit just so it looks a little bit nicer. Maybe we frame the window and leave everything else. Yeah, that looks okay. So let's sprinkle in some cracked stone so it kind of looks a little bit broken down in places. Maybe the building's been here for a couple of years and it hasn't been well maintained. Yeah, that's kind of nice. We can just put it in random areas. It's always good to just be random with builds. If you are symmetrical, it can be quite hard to make the building look good. So it's always good to kind of just sprinkle in a little bit of cracked brick every so often. That's good for that side. We want to use the mossy brick towards the bottom of the building to kind of give the idea that maybe it's damp towards kind of the foundations. So we'll mix that in places that make sense. Maybe just a couple on the front there, and we might want to stick a cracked stone brick here. Might have to do this one from the inside. Get them on our hotbar. I think one thing that we'll need to do is get a storage room pretty soon, because this is getting ridiculous. Our inventory is always so jammed, so cluttered. I think that's okay for mossy for now. We don't want to overdo it, but we can definitely sprinkle in some more cracked brick in the bottom here, and maybe just under the foundation right there. And how are we looking? We got some on that side. We don't have too much on this side. Maybe we swap this one out for some cracked brick too. And it makes the world of difference. Like if we're looking at it from outside, it just gives it a little bit more detail, and that's what we're looking for. Easy detail. Maybe some mossy here, and some cracked here. More mossy up here. So as the building gets taller, it's kind of not as broken down. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, we ran out of glass, so I was thinking of framing the windows with their deep slate and getting in like a little bit of a shape for our windows. See what this looks like. Again, just something, I'm just trying to try out new techniques. I normally just build a lot out of brick, and it looks really boring. So I'm trying to mix in some of the new blocks, see what it looks like. I think it's a bit of a unique shape. This could be like, I don't know, a church or something, the way these windows are. Nice cross there. Do we have enough to make some slabs? Yep, we do. Let's just toss them on the ground for now, and we can fill in the gaps. So perfect. We got rounded out windows. Making progress. Actually, you know what will look better here? Still like the noise that makes every time you break it. I think this will look better. Some spruce. We just don't have a lot of that kicking around right now, so let's make a bunch. This is like one of my favorite blocks. The trapdoor. It works. It helps kind of just fill in a lot of detail. If you're not sure what to do, just put down a trapdoor. Honestly, it will make it look way better. So what we'll do then is kind of build our furnace room and maybe sprinkle in some work blocks, some workstations along the way here, and finish off the roof. And I think that will be us done here. We don't want to keep this as grass. Let's quickly dig this out. What would look good for a flooring? Maybe we use the basalt from the Geode. That might look cool. Kind of like a dark floor as you walk in. Yeah, I'm good with that. And how are the windows looking from far away? Alright, it's definitely something. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's definitely something. At least we're not sleeping out in the rain. I just noticed that there's too much just regular brick here. So I'm going to add in some cracked brick, because I think there's a bunch on the other side. So just trying to balance it out. So here's our starter base, and I'm not the best builder in the world, so please be kind if you're leaving any comments or feedback, and just let me know how I can improve. That would be really appreciated. Let's round this off with some slabs, some slabbage, and get rid of the framing that we initially thought would look good, which didn't. I can actually speed up this process by using my offhand. Yeah, not too bad. Just easy to replicate. That's kind of what I'm hoping for this building and this little town that eventually we're gonna have thriving on this cliffside here. Lots of villagers running around the place. Should be really cool. So we got our bed in our house. We have our auto smelter that sometimes we forget how to use. Just here on the right. I might just kind of spruce up the place, maybe put a garden in, and there is a spruce forest over in that direction. That's kind of where I've been getting a lot of my wood from. But I done some exploring. Just like actually past that forest, there's a village. So maybe in the next episode we'll get some villagers kicking around here and bring some life into the place. So let me go ahead and finish off the roof. I'll bring you guys back and we'll wrap up the episode there. Okie dokie, we've got the roof done. It took me so long. I've jumped off the top of the house so many times and hurt my legs because I don't have good armor. But here's what it's looking like. We've got kind of a wooden roof. It kind of goes upwards in the middle. I want to put some spruce on top of that block there, just so it's spawn proof. Then we have our copper on the top here, the copper rod, so if we are hit by lightning that it doesn't burn the whole place down. And then for now, I eventually want to get a lantern on top, but for now we're just going to use a torch, so hopefully we'll keep it nice and bright. So now it's really just time to decorate, and I didn't want to go too crazy on the build today. I want to get feedback. I want to hear if maybe you guys like it, if you have any tips, what I could add to it. So here's what I got going on so far. I will eventually move this campfire. I've walked into it so many times. We've got a grindstone, and I'm just sprinkling around kind of decorations. I've got a nice flower here, a barrel, and this little walkway, I have no idea what to do with it. So I've just been kind of spreading out flowers. So here's what I want to do. I kind of want to maybe have some hay bales just dotted around the place, just so we have some extra colors in and around our base. Maybe there's a hay bale, sideways hay bale here, and one on top. We also have some glowberries, which we got from the caves. I think they would look great kind of just hanging down somewhere, but I'm just not too sure where to put them just yet. Maybe for now we leave out the glowberries, because I was hoping to dangle them off that, but that's a half block and that's not going to work. Yeah, we'll leave them out for now. In our inventory, we got some drip leaves. I think, if I'm not mistaken, these can just be placed down. So maybe we got a nice drip leaf there. It's too much going on in that area. Let me see, where do we want this one? Maybe we just have it on the hill. Our terrain, like, will definitely need some work. There's a lot going on. I just want to dot around kind of different things that I've collected around the world in our space here. I've got some blue flowers, so maybe we stick a nice blue flower here. And I've been farming spruce. That's why we have this kind of horrible block over here, the podzol. I made a big spruce tree to finish off the roof. Is there anything else that we can add in? We got some azures. Azure bluette. I think, like, for now, the last thing I want to do is just add in some moss, just to change up the ground a little bit. And we did collect some moss on our adventures. Well, at least I think we did. If not, this is why we're happy that we live right beside this lovely place. Let's jump down and grab some real quick. Is that actually some down here? Perfect. What's the right tool for moss? Is it a pickaxe? Yep, seems to be. So we'll just grab a few blocks here. I do have some bone meal. Whoop, I want to keep that one there so we don't flood the place. But two should do for now. And we'll jump back up, sprinkle some moss down, and I think that will wrap up the episode for today. This is a bit of a shorter episode. It took me so long to build it. I had obviously our setback in the Nether, but yeah, we got there in the end, and that's what it's all about. Just having fun and enjoying what you're doing. So let's have some food, because we're a little bit hungry. Climbing up the waterfall here. Sprinkle in some moss and see what it looks like from a distance. Here's our lovely waterfall coming out of the tree. I think maybe a moss block here would be nice. Let's do one here. And maybe here. Let's do here. Let's just see what that looks like. We need to grab some bone meal. Haven't moved in any of the storage just yet, but I intend to do that maybe off camera. Whoa, that's a lot. Whoa, that's a whole heap of things happening there. Kind of like that tall grass there, though. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Sprinkle it on. See what else happens. Because we grew that, we're actually able to get some more. So maybe we'll do one more going up the hill here. In here. Yeah, let's go with that. So last moss block, and we got now a garden for our house, and it looks pretty cool. Maybe we will actually get rid of that tall one. And this fire has been with us since day one, so I'm kind of sad to break it, but I'll build another one in a better location. I wish I had Silk Touch so I could pick it up, but I think I just get the coal back, which is all good. Need to work on some lighting. Need to kind of maybe get some seeds and our farming dotted around our location here. Maybe get some other crops. Gonna venture over to the village in the next episode, get some villagers, and maybe, just maybe, we might survive the Nether. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like. If you're new to the series, please consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel, so more people can see our videos. And I'll see you in the next one. This has been Grazo. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.